New tonight, a suspected serial killer pleads guilty to 3 cold case murders in Las Vegas.
Police say the women were all strangled and assaulted before their bodies were dumped right near the killer's apartment.
13 Action News anchor Mahsa Saeidi is live in studio. Mahsa, the family of one of the victims, says they are still waiting for justice tonight.
Yes, Trisha, her name was Barbara Ann Cox. Her family says after waiting for more than 40 years, they wanted a trial and a first-degree murder conviction.
These women were strangled and their bodies were dumped.
A violent end for these 2 Las Vegas women, and authorities say they weren't the only victims. Shortly after making an arrest in 2012, Metro detectives released this YouTube video saying they believe Nathan Burkett was a serial killer.
He's an animal. He would pick his victims, and it appears that through a fit of rage, he would act on these victims ultimately to their demise.
That was the only sister I had. You know, I loved her. She didn't deserve that.
Barbara Ann Cox may have been killed in 1978, but tonight, decades later, her sister and niece are still dealing with extreme pain and grief.
The effect goes on and on and on. It just hasn't stopped.
The brutal crime replaying in their minds for 40 years. After DNA evidence linked Burkett to Cox, the family says they thought they would finally have their day in court. Tonight they are angry after prosecutors offered Burkett a deal and he pled guilty to second-degree murder.
He was watching her and he got her. How is that second-degree murder?
He just didn't care at all. He had no remorse.
Tonight, the Review-Journal is reporting prosecutors decided against the death penalty after learning Burkett had dementia, and they expect he'll die in prison. For now, Cox's family chooses to remember her life and legacy.
She was always just a lot of fun, bubbly, and she always had one of us girls with her at all times.